Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Mythology Replay. Spawn on top left side as the blue Ra, we got Eisomarto. Spawn on bottom right side as the red Zeus, we got Pegasus. Is that rain in game or something else? Oh, that was rain from the main menu, yes. Ambient music they have in the menu, I think that you're hearing. Age Mythology, the retool did a good job with all the ambient sounds. When it comes to the major gods, Ra is focused on mid-goal stronghold units and empowerment. Laborers get plus 25% faster gathering rate from berries. Camel riders, chariot archers, and war elephants have more hit points, so their mid-goal stronghold units are healthier. They've been eating much better. And Pharaoh empowered monuments also empowered nearby 6% efficiency, and priests can also 6% efficiency as Pharaohs, so they are equal. But, of course, point targeted. Of course, Zeus is the Greek god who does offer the infantry and heroes focus. Start with a tiny amount of favor, generates 20% more favor, which is equivalent to Aphrodite's upgrade. Myth units cost 1 less population. And infantry do 60% more damage versus buildings, and hoplites move faster. When it comes to initial minor gods, of course, got Athena versus Hermes. Since Ra's more focused on mid-goal stronghold, restoration will be always useful. Pierced armor can be very nice versus the chariot archer, and Celestia just improves your hoplites, make them just generally better. Or you get Hermes, gives access to ceasefire, the centaur, the make your Pegasus get you free Pegasus and make them move better and see farther, and or make your cavalry move faster and increase their damage by 10%. I watched the Age Mythology video and I forgot how much I love this game. Yep, it did it very well. Looks like we do have age up to Fa. A Fa can offer the Shifting Stance, an excellent god power. The Wadjet, a horrible myth unit. I absolutely hate the thing. The Scallop Axis makes your axemen just a bit better, good versus the hoplites. The Leather Frame Shield make your Pierce Spearmen have better Pierce armor, which is always nice. And Electrum Bullets give your slingers some divine damage and increase their damage by 10%. Also make your farms cheaper and make an easy transition to them. Yeah, Giant Grant Games does excellent videos. If you also have he also has a Warcraft 3 video that's 4 hours 40 minutes and 44 minutes and 44 seconds. If you're interested in that as well. And it's Warcraft and somewhat touches Reforged, but mostly just talks about Warcraft original and expansion. Hercules picked up a relic. It gives Polygamon statues trying to deliver his opponent. Give villagers plus 40% hit points. I think Blue would love to have that. We got multiple Wadgets there and some Spearmans. Shifting Sands. Shifting Sands here does find these villagers. Gets a good damage there. The couple priests smiting the Minotaur. Spearmen are generally just okay in the situation. They're a pretty good generalist unit. Priests, of course, a good counter myth unit there, and did get some good damage on those villagers. Hercules does bop some of these Wadgets. And the priests are trying to heal the Wadjet as they are playing Ring Around the Rosie. Does manage to save the Wadjet. It'll take a bit of time to get that thing healed on up, among other units. Before I just clean up the granary there. And here comes Jason, going to shank the Wadjet. The Wadjet has been shanked. If snakes are... You can eat snakes. I wonder how Wadjet wing meat tastes like. No, I've never played StarCraft or Warcraft. StarCraft, we didn't have internet back then. I think Warcraft is that. I forgot the genre. The Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, but Warcraft 1, 2, 3 are RTSs. World of Warcraft is the MMO. The MMO. Warcraft 3 is a RPG. Not RPG, is a RTS with a lot of role-playing elements. It is vastly different than World of Warcraft. In fact, World of Warcraft was is based off of Warcraft 3, and of course the other Warcrafts. So just shank one of the units there. Hercules is the one field. Spearmen, of course, they're agile. They make for a decent raiding unit. They're also more of a counter cavalry unit there, but they're a bit more generous. 7 base damage is okay. Not as great as Hoplites, but 5 speed is very good. Hercules also has seen that movement speed, and this is going to become extra holy. Full of holes.
And we...
Priest here has picked up a relic, is the Polygamon statue. And we do have now towns that are being established by blue over here. Oh, looks like these villagers are becoming meat wizards. After all, they're turning chicken into chicken. Does show off that relic there. Another relic over here. This one is Scare Pendant. Makes your crush damage just 20% more effective. Over here, Death is a obelisk. Over here, we've got the Alenka Fraud. Just gives you a bit of favor generation. Not too bad. And I think Red has picked up a relic as well. Red has picked up the Hectate's Torches, an excellent god power. Makes your god power is 10% cheaper and cooldown 10% faster. Excellent for Zeus, who ages up to Plentyvault, but Heroes was another good pick. Good number of spearmen there. Of course, Zeus cannot age up to Ares, so cannot get early Hypaspis. And Blue has now Axemen to counter out the infantry. So Blue or Red needs to get out some Toxic Space, help counter all these infantry units there. Minotaur wouldn't be half bad either. He has 4 villagers on favor as well. Spearmen, Axemen pursuing the Spearmen, or Hoplites. Give a comparison to Hoplite to Spearmen, or we'll worry about it a little bit later after this fight. Does cost 90 resources, 8 damage, same attack speed, only plus 25% bonus damage, and has 115 hit points. And for Zeus variant, 4.9 movement speed. Spearman here costs 75 resources as opposed to 90. Same movement speed, effectively. Takes a bit of damage there. Backing on off now. Red's forces don't have access to priest, so no healing for these units. Does have extra restoration, but gotta be a bit careful of that. Moving around here, Axeman will pose a problem. Does got that one unit over there. Oh, we got 3 Bull Minotaur here. 4 Bull Minotaur. I missed all the Bull Minotaur, so he did go for a proper counter. This one is deployed a lack of priests there to smite the Minotaur. The priests do take it killed off there. Priests are more closer to a soft counter rather than a hard counter than myth units. After all, they have very low base damage while they have good multiplier and good attack speed. Oh, bolts the Pharaoh. That's actually an excellent option since there's so many Minotaur on the field. These priests are expected to do about 15 DPS versus these Minotaur, which is not too significant, honestly. Minotaur have good amount of health, and with the Lavros Minos, they have excellent movement speed, faster than the Spearmen and Hoplites. And Red's going to use that fall back there. Took some damage. Got more priests being pulled in the field.
Enito.
Storehouse being built. Trying to collect up some gold. Various research, including copper research. Saracia being researched as well. But trying to compare the two once again. Let's see, there's a Spearman. You can see here 80 health, which is a lot less than 115. Of course, have 1 less damage. But a lot less health. 40-15 versus 40-15. That pretty much the same. So hoplites are a lot more beefier and have higher base damage. Of course, their base speed is slower. Zeus does boost their speed up a little bit. And they have less multiplier versus cavalry, so spearmen are better anti-cavalry units. But hoplites are very good generalist. Priest here is trying to smite some of these Minotaur. Does bull rush a good number of these villagers. They're in the villager line, but looks another villagers go down. They took some damage there. The Minotaur are trying to back on off. Split the damage quite nicely. Zeus could save up for another restoration. Could be quite nice. Every single Minotaur does cost 15 favor. So 7 Minotaur times 15, I would say then divided by 2, because it's about 50% health loss across all of them. So let's just call it 4 for easy math. So 60 favor, so 90 favor from the restoration is not enough to be cost effective in my opinion. So the momentum is another matter. I've got the Pharaoh here. The Pharaoh is a lot more powerful. 14.4 with a 2.5 multiplier. Minotaur do not have crush damage like the Cyclopes. Priests trying to become extra holy, being hit by those hoplites quite significantly. And just got a very good number of priests on the field to smite these Minotaur. Of course, got the Townsend here. Does have its arrows. Red is lacking any sort of siege damage or crush damage. Hercules is getting pelted by rocks, which is not the H3 flying birdie. And the Minotaur is getting smited. And some of these villagers are getting hit there. More Minotaurs are going down. More Minotaurs in build queue. And the villagers are getting shanked pretty bad by the hoplites. Zeus has a superior number of villagers. A good number of villagers here are quite wounded. Oh, and there's Blue's army. That's not composed of priests. Got a good number of axemen there. May just want to generally fight. None of these Minotaur are actually quite wounded. Starting to have the priestess smiting down the Minotaur. One Minotaur remains. Good number of hoplites. No medium hoplites just yet. You can go. The medium upgrade is probably useful once you get about 30 of them on the field. You have now medium axeman. Another Minotaur does go down. Good bull rushes there. Now I got the medium hoplite upgrade. The Red's army is not that great. Looks like this army is solely composed of 2 Minotaur, if my offhand math is incorrect. And again, these are 2 population, not 3, so it is probably incorrect. Villagers migrating over to the hippopotamus. That's a good pile of hippopotamus. It feels like this map may have got increased. I think they increased food generation. Because I don't remember a group of 6 hippopotamus. I don't think they come in groups of 3 or 4. It's always a good idea. I always like to see the maps with more food on the field. I think those maps tend to be a bit more fun. It also dissuades turtling, getting all the delicious food off the field. Not to mention, yeah, it just dissuades turtling. Do now have Sobek being researched, which does give you access to Petrusos, which can be upgraded to Pet Sobeks. Thanks, Gerd.
Great.
We also watch it on the build queue. I absolutely hate watches. I think they are absolutely worthless, and I think Gold Edition did them better. Good number of priests here to heal up all those units. Hoplites find some villagers. They are very wounded. With the copper upgrades, they have 9.6 damage. And still a very good number of Minotaur. Sobek or Petsuchos soon be deployed in the field with the Sobek. Ah, I think you've know about Giant Grant Games as well. There's the Pegasus. We also got the Rock Bird, or Boulder Bird. Full Minotaur engagement. The wall just getting ripped apart. And those are the Axemen are getting ripped apart by the Hoplites as well. Oh yeah, Age Mythology's audio is excellent. Too bad Ensemble Studios no longer exists. Oh, looks like that area is traversable. That is good to know. Blue may need to get that rectified. I think Blue's rectifying that now. Let's see now. Oh, got an engagement over here. Looks like some Axemen find some Hoplites, Jason, and some more Minotaur. Blues will find a good number of villagers here. Rock getting hit by Jason. And here comes the Locusts. They like eating crops and villagers. Priest starting to smite a good number of these Minotaur. These Axemen are flying everywhere. Two more Minotaur being deployed on the field. He's got 13 villagers in favor. The soft cap is 8 for favor generation, or so getting diminishing returns. So it's probably a good idea not to go past 8 villagers. So let's go back down to 5, or no, goes still at 12. It's probably a better good idea not to go past 8 until you probably get the Mythic Age. I'm fine with either. You don't really see mass Minotaur. So Red's going for an unusual composition of a mass Minotaur. Priest still trying to smite some of these Minotaur. Blue needs to get out some more priests, getting out some more Axemans. He's gotten the heavy Axeman upgrade as well. So the Minotaur getting smite. We do have now the Rock flying about. And Red's going to break on through. Got the Pharaoh now on the front line. He needs to be focused on smiting the Minotaur. And Pharaoh does go down again. More Axemen, more priests being summoned. It looks like Red's being warded on off, though some of these villagers are getting killed off. Great bold charge there. Yep, the Flying Eagle is a flying transport unit. It is never really used in multiplayer. Maybe naval maps, but most times you just use it as a scout. Oh, the can somewhat look like a beer keg, but it is in fact a tent. Speaking about the age up, I forgot to mention what Pet Sobek or Sobek does offer. It does offer the Locust, as we saw, the Rock, the Petsuchos, the Pet Sobek upgrade. Sun-Dried Bricks makes your buildings healthier and cost less gold. Dark Water makes your camels have more hit points and some regen. And of course, Krakens. Or not Krakens, some sort of ship upgrade. Good number of blue villagers here, a very good number of blue villagers. Shifting Sands, the blue villagers away. Excellent teleport. Expensive, but very good. Another round of locusts there, trying to hit these red villagers. Got a good number of them. It looks like it is affecting his own villagers, but only by a small amount. Dionysus now being queued on up, give access to Hydra to Hail, as well as Lethargian horses, and Dionysia. Dionysia does increase all of your human soldiers' health. No, I think it's all units' health by 5%, which is very nice, generous. And Lethargian horses makes your cavalry have life steal. This, oh no. The Minotaur have been relentless. I've never seen this many Minotaur deployed in the field. Teleport and flying beer. What alcohol did the Egyptians brew in ancient history? Probably some sort of wheat-based one, so probably a kvass? Yeah, I'm not sure. Because after all, there's actually more evidence in history that humanity did not settle down to grow crops for food. It's more likely that they settled down to grow crops to brew alcohol, because growing crops for food was, of course, a bit of a novel idea, and meat is far more nutritious. Well, of course, you can't exactly brew beer while on the move. Why we live in democracy? I don't live in democracy, I live in a constitutional republic. Very different. Got now the heavy infantry and the copper weapons being researched. Oh, Red didn't research that yet. That's going to be very nice. Horacia was the one that improves damage a little bit. Thunderbolt Minotaur getting a snipe there. Got the bronze there. And here's the Hydra. Hail Hydra. Axemen are actually sort of stuck here. I think he actually hit a whole ground stance button. I think he hit a bad formation somewhat. A lot of those axemen were just sort of standing there. That's not good. Hydra has gone down. Bold Minotaur does find these villagers. Priests are smiting the Bold Minotaur once again. Blue still has a superior number of villagers in the field. Trade archers are being deployed in the field, which are nice against the hoplites. Axemen will still be useful though. Miggle Stronghold does get destroyed. Now Paul can drink a lot of beer. And Blue's losing a good number of villagers now. 39 villagers versus 52. Only has one town center unless it's and Blue does going to resign. Excellent play by Red with these hoplites and mass Minotaur. That was far more effective than I expected. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.